He's got all the requisite skills. He can defend the 1, 2, or 3 spot as a defender. He can play the 2 or the 3 as a guard.
Hey. What's up, Coach?
Okay, you're going to run with the starters tonight. We want to give you a look with the first unit, see how it goes.
That's what's up, Coach.
You earned it, Che. Right, but you got to perform if you want it to stick.
Hey, not an issue.
You seem pretty confident.
Is that a bad thing?
No, just make sure that your work ethic matches your confidence.
Hey, man, you know I live in the gym. I got this.
All right, there's lots of guys in China and Europe who thought they made it before they did.
You know you just said the same thing 3 different ways.
So you get my point?
Yeah, understood, Coach.
All right, that's it.
All right.
Hey, good luck out there, kid.
Hey, thanks, Sarge. I appreciate you.
Hey, Che.
What's
I
up?
need you with the rest of the starters. We're going to take a pic for social.
A picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let's go. All right, gentlemen, let's huddle up here for photo. Get all in there. All right, group up a little bit more. Okay, why don't you guys take a big step back? That look good? Okay. All right, thanks everybody. That was
Appreciate
great.
it.
Thank you so much. That turned out really well.
Up next, the Thunder taking on the Bulls. For Oklahoma City, they're halfway through the season and need to pick it up if they want to end strong. Is time on their side? Bulls, Thunder is next. We'll be right back.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And in our game tonight, we've got the Chicago Bulls against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Checking out Oklahoma City. This is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. And Chris Paul, 6 feet tall in shoes. Kenny, he does a great job working inside.
Yeah, he could beat you in the driving game, the post-up game. He doesn't get enough credit for his willingness to be.
The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, it was just a matter of time before Che was added to the starting lineup. Fans had been questioning why Che was still coming off the bench. Coach said he wanted to make sure not to rush Che and potentially overwhelm him. Either way, this does not look like it's a temporary switch. Guys?
Thank you for that, David. Greg, quite a few people have been expecting this to happen.
Yeah, with the amount of time Che spent in college, you figured he'd be polished coming into the league. The question was, would he buy in? And I think we've gotten our answer.
And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Schroeder.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Fox is out there with Paul, and it's Murray in at the small forward position. And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Paul kicks to Murray. The pass to Fox. Pass to Adams. 6 on the shot clock. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Adams has got the opening bucket of the night here for Oklahoma City. Now the Bulls with it. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And if you had to point to one problem in that game, it was their rebounding. Flat out terrible.
Well, the numbers back up that assertion, Greg, no doubt about it. And sometimes it's about, hey, we've got to get on the glass and make sure they're feeling us all night long. They didn't do that.
And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. White the pass to Porter. Gets to the corner and buries it.
See, you have got to be in the space of Otto Porter coming off the screen, or he will make you pay.
Paul surveying the floor. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Now Fox, after Zach LaVine missed from long range.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's LaVine. Gallinari making his last shot. Outside, Markkanen. White against Paul. Fires the three. And it's White missing. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. That's good from Paul on the assist by Fox. Fox has got 3 assists tonight.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
Well, Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Gallinari against LaVine, and Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Outside, Porter. Over to the left wing. 4 on the shot clock. Trying to get open is Carter.
Their meetings last year ended up splitting the season series.
Now here's Paul. 11 points for him in that last game against the Nuggets in Denver. Now when it comes to load management strategy, Doris, should coaches do it along the way as opposed to waiting until the last, say, quarter or third of the season?
Well, Kev, I think you can look to the San Antonio Spurs, who I think were the first to really look hard at what we would now describe as load management. And I think the one thing is you're trying to just make sure guys are prepared for the most important point of the season. You've got to win enough to get in the playoffs and be positioned well, but your guys have also have to be healthy at the end of the year.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Bulls trail by 8. Tipped away and taken away by Paul. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Bulls have gone 2 of 6 from the field. And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
And Doris, hard to find many arenas that have a better home court advantage than Oklahoma City.
Greg, it is the only show in Oklahoma City, and this arena gets loud. The fans come out every game. There is no
Eastern Conference fan voting.
And you'd be crazy not to give him your vote. What he's done this season has been nothing short of spectacular.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. Bulls trail by 16.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And then Carter with the dunk.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Paul passes to Fox. And the pass to Gallinari. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 4 assists now tonight.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
Pass to Markkanen. Outside, White. Porter kicks to White. Outside, Markkanen. Passes it to Arcidiacono. Doesn't go that time. Good work defensively by Paul. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Outside, Markkanen. There's the three. Rebound by Murray.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Beautiful stuff from CP3, figuring out every single way to exploit the weakness of the defense.
Here's Arcidiacono. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Porter. Carter outside. Back to Porter. White against Fox. And it's White missing.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Well, last season, a bit of a renaissance for Gallinari.
And the way Gallinari stepped up last season, Kevin, was a big reason the Clippers were as strong as they were.
Feel like they
So it's Oklahoma City rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Well, Che, the first start of your career, how do you think the transition's gone so far?
Hey, it hasn't been easy, obviously, and I knew it wouldn't be. But it's just one half. And I'll keep, playing with energy and doing whatever is asked of me. I just want to help the team out.
Well, you certainly helped them in the first half. Good luck in the second. Guys?
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. It's the Thunder with the ball. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Gallinari passes to Fox. Back to Gallinari. From outside the arc. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. 16 points for Gallinari.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Fox is out there with Paul. And then there's Steven Adams. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Moreland in at the power forward. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Count that bucket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
For Chicago, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. White dishes to Levine, and Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. Doris, when you look at the success of international players, and the league has a litany of very good international players, Doncic being the latest success story, is the perception changing about these kids when they come from overseas and play in the NBA?
Well, one of the greatest, and to me, the greatest international player of all time, Dirk Nowitzki, a Hall of Fame player, probably changed the perception to start with. Now, listen, over the years, Luka is going to have perhaps a Hall of Fame career if he stays healthy. The reality is this. The NBA is looking for the best players to man those 15 roster spots of the 30 NBA teams. It doesn't matter where you're from, what the color of your skin is. If you can play the game of basketball and play it at the highest level, the NBA wants you to be a part of their league.
Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. They need this. The shot by Arcidiacono, no good. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And the shot goes down. And that's now 21 points for Chris Paul.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Here's Cornette. Picked him clean. And here they go. Fox passes to Patton. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
And so it's Archie Diacono with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. Here's Cornette. The rebound by Patton.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Pulls up. And the basket by Hutchison. Hutchinson's got his first basket of the night.
And sinking that one, he ends a 14-0 run by the Thunder.
Passes it to Fox. Stolen. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Here's Archie Diacono. That one a little long.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
And this is what the really good defensive players do. They anticipate, and they're rarely fooled.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Doris, basketball continues to gain in popularity around the world, doesn't it? It's amazing to me.
It does. Adam Silver, the commissioner, has said, I believe we can be the #1 spot in the world. Obviously, they'd have to overcome the soccer, and that's popularity. But think about this, Kevin, how inclusive a game basketball is. And the love spans across gender, race, ethnicity, religious affiliation. And the best part about the game of basketball is this, Kevin. When you're growing up and trying to get better, you need a ball, you need a hoop, and you need you. And you don't need anything else.
That is so well said. And there's a whistle. That goes on Z. That's his third foul of the game. Ferguson's.
Force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Jay, congrats on the win here tonight. It hasn't been easy for your team this year, but I'm sure you'd say there's a lot of basketball left.
You're right, absolutely, man. Things have been a little up and down. We've been on a roller coaster, but we put it all together tonight. And I feel that we made a big shift in our attitude, man. Big things are coming. Just wait for it.
Well, if you can imagine it, you can do it. And it looks like y'all are starting to do both. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again.
Nice work, Che. Keep it up.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Hey, good game, bro.
Appreciate it, Sarge.
Che, talk to me about your first start. How did it feel out there? It looked like you were pretty comfortable.
You know what? I was kind of nervous at first. I was mostly just trying not to mess up, to tell you the truth. But yeah, man, you know what? I just want to give a big thanks to Coach for trusting, in me and giving me a chance to go out there and show everyone what I'm capable of. Everyone wants to, they want that shot to prove that you belong. And when it comes, well, if it comes, you just try to make the best of it.
Jay, do any moments from tonight really stand out to you? Something you'll remember years from now?
It's funny. I remember real specifically that feeling of, waiting for the tip and just the electricity in the crowd. I remember looking around at my teammates and seeing everyone locked in, ready for battle. It was great, man. I just hope I've, done enough to earn my spot and make these guys believe in me. and what I can bring to this team.
Congrats on the win, Che.
Thanks, Patty. I appreciate that.
It looked like you were really focusing on setting up your teammates tonight. Was that a point of emphasis for you, or more a matter of making the right play at the right time?
No, it's a little bit of both. I always want to get my teammates going. And if we're all getting good looks, then that means we're that much more dangerous out there. But, you don't want to force things. So we were just taking what the defense gave us out there.